and that the actor for Ariel was actually a black woman named Haley Bailey. And a lot of people were outraged because of this. The direction is bad, etc. Because the main lead is a black woman, if you hate the film, it just means that you're racist. Transform a traditionally white character and make him black to make black people feel good. And to me, it's very insulting. I would hate if any, and I think most Japanese people would hate if any of the Japanese properties was changed to a white man or a Chinese man just for the sake of diversity. I'm pretty sure the Japanese would say the same thing. Like, this character is known to be Japanese. Ultimately, I don't like this decision. Konbanwa minasan. Kyo desu. So, interesting topic today. The Little Mermaid. More specifically, the live action movie. So a recent trend that Disney has been doing is that they would go back into their vault of classic movies. And what they're doing now is making a whole bunch of live action adaptations to those classic movies. Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Lion King, Jungle Book, the list goes on. And for me, one thing I notice is that when a company or organization has to go back to their previous work to make new content instead of making original IPs, I think that says more about the state of creativity in the modern world. Disney's popularity and stock has been plummeting over the years. A lot of their movies have been flops. A lot of their new shows and movies have been filled with woke politics, with leftist ideology. And Disney is not like its past self, like in the Renaissance in the 90s, in which every movie that Disney released was a hit. It was hit after hit. Lion King, Aladdin, Little Mermaid. It's like Disney couldn't go wrong. So with this new trend of live action remakes, a lot of them have been poor. So overall, Disney has been on a downward spiral. A few years ago, they mentioned that they were making a live action Little Mermaid, and that the actor for Ariel was actually a black woman named Haley Bailey. And a lot of people were outraged because of this. And recently, a few days ago, the trailer for The Little Mermaid released on YouTube. It looks very gloomy. It's not very cheery. The coloring looks like it's a horror movie. It's not as bright and colorful as the original movie was. But the main thing people are complaining about is the fact that Ariel, who is really a white woman, is now being played as a black woman. Instead of making original movies or shows with characters that can look a certain way, meaning that you make an original show with a black woman, it's like every time Hollywood or Disney releases a new film, they change certain characters from white to a different race for the sake of diversity, forsaking what people know to be the character. For example, Ariel is known to be a white woman that's brunette. So now you casting her as a black woman is kind of forsaking what people know Ariel as. And I have three major thoughts on this whole thing. Hollywood has a trend of pretty much casting certain roles for minorities in order to piss people off or to create a buzz. Movies are not making as much money as they used to in Hollywood. A lot of really bad movies are coming out nowadays. So in order to start a kind of like a campaign of advertisement or to get people to talk about the film, they would purposely change a character's race or gender to piss people off, so people make articles about it, people outrage about it, and pretty much people are talking about the film, for example, as I'm doing right now. It's basically a way to get people talking about the film. Second thing is that because of woke politics nowadays, and that the media is kind of portraying blacks as people that can do nothing wrong, basically if you try to criticize the film, even if it is poor quality, the acting is bad, the direction is bad, etc., because the main lead is a black woman, if you hate the film, it just means that you're racist. So it's a way for the film and Disney to protect themselves if they get criticized for the film being horrible. So for example, if I don't like the film, Disney will say, well, that's just because you don't like black people, which again, is very stupid, but it's something that Hollywood does nowadays. My third issue with this is that I've talked about this on a few videos before on this channel, but I'm a firm believer that if a character is known to look a certain way, keep the integrity of that character. I'm personally sick and tired of non-white people having to get sloppy seconds of established white characters being changed to a different race to satisfy the diversity quota. Basically what it is, it's insulting. A lot of these directors or Hollywood executives think that because I'm a minority, if they just switch the race of a character, I'm just gonna be happy and support it. And though a lot of black people are doing it, which I dislike, I think it's an insult to us, because I think if you want to have more diversity as far as different representations of different kinds of people in your mediums, in your movies and TV shows, I think you should make original characters that have their own storylines, own personality, own history, because now people will know that character to look a certain way. Example I always give is that Peter Parker will always be known as Spider-Man. There's another version of Spider-Man called Miles Morales, who is the black version of Spider-Man. And though people love Miles Morales Spider-Man, the character Spider-Man will always be known as Peter Parker, and Miles Morales will always be walking in Peter Parker's shadow, because the original Spider-Man was a white guy. Same with Black Panther. Black Panther is a black man. So if they casted Black Panther as a white person, people would outrage because they know Black Panther to be a person from Africa, not someone from America or England, for example. So a lot of people feel that this casting was, of course, deliberate. It was intentional to piss people off, but to also satisfy this need to make everything diverse for the sake of diverse, forsaking good storytelling, good character, or just keeping the integrity of and the history of that character. And what people don't understand is that there's a lot of African legends of mermaids that they could have taken inspiration from and make an original story, but instead they transform a traditionally white character and make them black to make black people feel good. And to me, it's very insulting. I would hate if any, and I think most Japanese people would hate if any of the Japanese properties was changed to a white man or a Chinese man just for the sake of diversity. I'm pretty sure the Japanese would say the same thing, like this character is known to be Japanese. Unless it's a medium in which his race is ambiguous. However, you gotta keep the same look of that person. So if a person is naturally light-skinned, I don't want that person to turn dark-skinned to make me feel good. No, I want my own original character that has its own history, its own story, etc., etc. But sadly, this is a current trend in modern day Hollywood, and it's very annoying. And I think it actually makes people a lot more pissed off to see diversity in movies. And it just makes you think sometimes, did this person really deserve this role? Or was it just because Hollywood just needed to check off a list of diversity recommendations or diversity quotas that they wanted to meet? So ultimately, I don't like this decision. I think sadly the actor is gonna get, caught up in a crossfire with people being mad about this. I think it's not necessarily about racism. It's just more so about keeping the integrity of an IP. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys like this decision to make Ariel black? What do you guys think about Disney making all these new live action movies that tend to do poorly? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So if you guys like the video, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Also hit that bell as well to get notified whenever we post a video. Honto, arigatou gozaimasu. Minna, 気をつけて。じゃあね。